Red Heart Our Time, Our Story. A tale of love, longing and passion. Anya had always believed that timing was everything. But timing had never been kind to her. Until the day she met Rian. He walked into her life on an ordinary afternoon, tall, calm, with eyes that held a quiet storm. She was arranging books at the cafe counter when he asked for a cappuccino. Their fingers brushed when she handed him the cup. Just a touch, but enough to make her look up. "You're new here?" he asked with a slow smile. "First week," she nodded. "Then it's my lucky week," he replied. Anya laughed, a soft sound she hadn't heard from herself in a long time. Crescent moon, a spark that didn't fade. Rian began visiting the cafe every day. Sometimes for coffee. Sometimes for conversation. Sometimes just to see her. They talked about everything: music, dreams, fears, past heartbreaks they were still healing from. With him, Anya felt seen, understood, wanted. One evening, he waited for her after closing time. "Can I walk you home?" "You don't have to." "I want to." The walk was quiet, their shoulders brushing, their breaths mixing in the cool night air. Every step felt like the beginning of something dangerous and beautiful. Fire when time stood still. At her door, neither of them spoke for a moment. Their eyes did all the talking. Rian lifted a hand, slowly tucking a strand of hair behind her ear. The touch was gentle, but it sent heat down her spine. "Anya," he whispered. "Yes. I don't want tonight to end." She looked up at him, heart racing, lips trembling with unspoken desire. "Then don't let it end," she breathed. He kissed her softly first, then deeper, warmer, more urgent. She held his shirt, pulling him closer as the world around them dissolved. His hands traced the curve of her back, her lips answered with longing she could no longer hide. Their bodies molded to each other, not in haste, but with emotion, discovering, learning, losing themselves in the moment. That kiss wasn't just passion. It was a promise. Sparkles the morning after. Sunlight filtered into her room, and Anya woke up to find Rian sitting beside her on the bed, watching her with a soft, tender smile. "Good morning," he whispered. "You stayed," she said sleepily. "I wasn't going anywhere." He brushed his thumb across her cheek, the touch warm and full of meaning. "Anya, whatever this is, I want it. I want us." She smiled. "So do I." For the first time in years, timing finally felt right. Red Heart, their story begins. They weren't perfect. They weren't predictable. But they were real. Their days became laughter. Their nights became warmth. Their hearts became home. And this time they weren't afraid of love. This time, it was theirs. Their time. Their love. Their story. Red Heart Our Time, Our Story, Part 2. The closeness we can't hide. Days turned into weeks, and the world slowly began to revolve around just two people, Anya and Rian. Their connection grew the way mornings grow into sunlight, gently, surely, beautifully. Every evening, Rian waited for her outside the cafe. Every night, they talked about life as if time had paused just for them. But one night, the pause turned into something more. Crescent moon, the night the distance disappeared. It was raining, soft, steady, calming. Anya walked out after closing, hugging her bag to her chest, when she saw him standing under the dim streetlight. His hair was damp, shirt slightly wet, eyes warm as ever. "You waited in the rain?" she asked. "I'd wait in a storm for you," he replied, voice low. Something inside her melted. As they walked, he slipped his jacket over her shoulders. She held his arm. Their steps matched. Their hearts matched even more. At her door, she turned to him, rain dripping from her hair. "Rian, come inside. Please." He didn't answer with words, just a small, soft smile. Fire a moment meant to happen. Inside, the room felt warmer than usual. The soft lamplight made everything glow, especially them. Anya stepped closer, slowly, as if drawn by gravity. Rian watched, her eyes gentle, breath heavy, desire quiet but undeniable. She touched his face, brushing a droplet of rain from his cheek. "You make me feel something I thought I'd lost," she whispered. "Then let me keep giving it back to you," he said. Their lips met, warm, deep, full of meaning. Not rushed. Not wild. Just honest. His hands rested on her waist, hers slid up his chest, feeling the rise and fall of his breath. The kiss grew deeper, softer, longer, a slow burn. The rain outside poured harder. Inside, they found a different kind of warmth. A closeness that felt natural. A desire that felt safe. A love that felt real. When they finally pulled away, both were smiling, shy, breathless, glowing. Sparkles, the unspoken promise. Anya rested her head on his chest as they sat together on the couch. He wrapped his arm around her, holding her as if she belonged there. "Anya. I don't want to be just a part of your days." "Then what do you want to be?" she whispered. He took her hand gently. "Your tomorrow." Her heart fluttered, the kind of flutter that meant truth, hope, and something close to forever. She squeezed his hand. "Then stay. Stay in all my tomorrows." He kissed the top of her head, soft, slow, full of love. And that night, under the sound of rain and wrapped in each other's arms, they began writing a new chapter. The chapter where our story truly begins.